Hey, what's up, guys? Ben from My Sports Stop here with Richie Donnell. Today we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars draft class.
Yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars, when you look at this draft class, you obviously got to start at the top with arguably one of the most, if not the most talented player with the most hype in this draft. That's running back Leonard Fournette. This is a guy that's just incredibly talented. It'll be interesting to see what they can do with him. You know, offensive line has been an issue for the Jaguars in the past. If they can finally get a running game going to help protect Blake Bortles, it'll be interesting to see how that offense really moves forward. Second round, adding a great value, to me, one of the best values in this draft, Cam Robinson in that second round, adding a guy who could possibly be a 10-year player for them and one of the better offensive linemen in the NFL. But after that, I had huge concern for their draft. D.D. Westbrook is a guy who has had off-the-field issues.
Right.
Dwayne Smoot was a guy who had a huge buzz going into the college football season and didn't really live up to that expectation. Whether that was a system change with Lovey coming in or not, you don't know. So you really don't know what you're going to get there. But then you got some undersized guys in Blair Brown and Jalen Myrick. But it was a confusing draft because they added such great talent at the top. But then the farther you got down, just the more it kind of was like, well, what?
Right. And you're right. Fournette and Robinson, to me, those were both solid picks. Not too much to complain about here. You could say, oh, they should have picked this guy or that guy.
Right.
Still, good picks. But, I mean, you just go down the list. Dwayne Smoot, good, to me, good defensive end, but they spend so much money on the defensive line already. Yeah. Make up your mind. Are you going to draft and develop on that position, or are you just going to hand out cash? And with D.D. Westbrook, this is a guy who could be, a potential weapon on, both offense and special teams. But the Jaguars, they have a guy like Marquise Lee who really stepped up last year. And, of course, they have the Allen brothers, and Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns. So I just don't know about that. And, Blair Brown at the fifth round, we were talking about not a lot of talent at inside linebacker. I didn't see him as a fifth-round pick. I saw him more 6 or 7. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to give him a B, in my opinion, just because it wasn't a big flashy draft besides those first 2 picks. And if I'm going to be honest, with the number 4 overall pick, I would have picked Jamal Adams. Just because they don't have that offensive line yet that the Cowboys had with Zeke Elliott.
I completely agree with you. I gave them a C+. I think, you talked about them spending so much money. I think with the way they have been spending in free agency over the last couple of years has greatly impacted how they've drafted over the last couple of years as well. And that's not something you don't want to battle free agency versus the draft. You want them to be able to complement each other and be able to add pieces that are going to help your football team instead of spend big money here and then draft here and not necessarily. You don't want oil and water. You want it to be able to mesh together. And for whatever reason, to me, they're not doing that very well. And this draft shows that. So like I said, C+ for the Jaguars.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to go to our website, mysportstop.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more original videos.